Hello, everyone. Welcome to this stream. Been a little while since we've done a stream, 2 weeks maybe. But yeah, I've got some new gear. Apologies if that mic was clipping just now. Oh, you can't hear me at all. Awesome. Nothing's working today, as usual. What's going on? Yeah, OBS is just... Oh, it is working. Weird. OBS is just being weird today. All my devices just disappear, and then, but they are working or aren't working, and the chat window is completely broken. So yeah, let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if the video looks good or if it looks bad. I want to know either way. Yeah, but this is a what we're doing today is another DIY kit. This is a little handheld electromagnetic field detector sort of thing. It picks up electromagnetic fields from electronic devices or just in the air in general, and then it amplifies it and gives you an audio signal that you can use in music, sound design, that sort of stuff. This is not the first pickup that I've owned. Where'd the other one go? I lost it. Hang on. Where is it? There it is. So this is the first one that I made. Just a bass pickup with a jack on the back. Plug it into a DI box and then into a mic preamp. And it picks up electromagnetic fields. Noises from computers and such. I also bought this, also on Etsy. And it's just a little 1/8" mono jack. And it works fine. But this one is a little bit different. And I thought it'd be fun to build it in a little kit. Might be stereo, which, adds a whole extra dimension to everything. So, yeah, that'll be cool. Andre says, okay, it all sounds good. So let me give you an example of how this actually sounds. I'll take the little one, plug this into a Zoom H5, turn that on. I've got it plugged into a speaker. And let's just mute the music for a sec. And so this little speaker right, so let's extend this cable a little bit. Now, how does my webcam? There's the webcam. That's on the cable of the webcam. It's my computer monitor. So anyways, I love that kind of stuff. This sort of weird, you know, normally silent world of sound all around us from the electromagnetic fields. And we can use that for making music. So this, what we're building today, is just another option for that. Something that's a little portable, I think stereo version of that. It doesn't record internally. You still need something to record it. So Zoom H5 works for that. Yeah. This, I'll show you where this comes from. So, what am I looking for? Mac. So this I got on Etsy. It was, I don't know, $30 maybe. Made in Sicily, or designed in Sicily. Really nice circuit board, and a very simple kit. It looks like only a few parts. Got some resistors and capacitors, and a couple odds and ends like jacks and the battery compartment. And then at some point I'll have to figure out a case on my own. But yeah, this is just what it looks like when it's done. It has 2 pickups on it, so that's why I'm guessing that it's stereo, but you know, it could just be 2 mono signals going into it. But we'll see. So yeah, perfect audio quality. Need not apply for something like this, but yeah. For a lazy Friday stream, might be fun. Oh, I should also mention, since it is Black Friday, I do have a sale. So many of you already have all my courses and everything. Thank you so much. But if you haven't yet, you can use the code BlackFry2021 for $10 off. The video tools course, which is, I think, 20-something videos on video production using Reaper and the presets that I've built. Plus, it includes all the presets. And then mixing in Reaper volumes 1, 2, or 3, instead of $30, they're $20, $10 off with the same code. And the bundle, instead of $90, it's now $60, and I've just marked the price in there. So you can go right to that bundle and buy that. Or maybe I messed that up. I'll fix that right now. No one mentioned it. Yeah, so that's what's going on. And we'll start this in a couple minutes. So what do you think of this idea, building kits on stream? You like that idea? I just need to fix this course thing because I did not realize that the sale price ended there, not intentionally. I originally posted the Black Friday sale date 2 weeks ago because I was just constantly seeing Black Friday mentions and such all month long. So I thought it was like the 12th or something, 12th or 16th. Yeah, I was like 2 weeks early, and then the sale ended, and I realized Black Friday hadn't actually started. So that's why that happened. I've completely redone my streaming setup. So, well, same camera, I think the same capture card for that. I switched from Streamlabs OBS to regular OBS. There's a few missing things that I had to find other plugins for. Still having the usual like missing devices every time you turn on the computer, and webcam gets glitchy and stuff like that. I bought the Wave XLR audio interface. Let's go to webcam and go to there so you can see that here. Really cool capacitive touch mute button, which is nice. 75 dB of gain, and it has a pretty cool mixer software for getting like individual games or apps into OBS as separate sources, which I think is pretty awesome. And it's also capable of running VSTs. So I've got TDR Nova on my voice. So that's doing a dynamic EQ. I think that's pretty cool. I'll show you the software. Hang on one sec. There's the software. And there's the plugins. So you can see I've got TDR Nova, which should handle like plosives and sibilants, but you'll have to let me know if that is sounding good, because I'm not wearing headphones. I haven't recorded a test or anything like that, but it's pretty cool. Any VST2 or 3 plugin works on there. If I go to add new, there's a whole list of everything I have installed on this PC. And yeah, so far it's really awesome. I wouldn't recommend it for music production because it doesn't have any like professional audio outputs. Oh, there we go. What about streaming latency? YouTube is set to normal latency. But the audio latency, it's detectable if you're going through a plugin. It also has built-in like sort of a soft limiter kind of thing, clip guard they call it, I think, and built-in low cut. So I've got this mic at flat low cut, and then I'm using the 80 hertz low cut in the software. But yeah, so far I've only done it for like one Zoom call and just like kind of testing around studio over the past few days. But so far, I think for my situation where I've got one computer for music production and one computer for streaming, it's been a really good option. And hopefully there's a lot less like handling noise. Like I was constantly either bumping the stand or bumping the table, and that would get into the recording. I'd have to edit it out or use like deplosive and low cuts and dynamic EQs and all these repair things for something that was just avoidable in general, just because I was using a USB mic that doesn't work with any of my shock mounts, and yeah, it was picking up noise. All right, sorry, my cat was in my cable box. I thought I heard a sound and he was behind me. So yeah, I guess we'll get started here. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'm a little nervous this time because I burnt my hand so bad last time I did one of these streams. And I'll try not to do that in the first 30 seconds of this one like last time. You can probably see. Oh, webcam's dead. It never ends. Okay. Might be able to see. There's sort of like a different colored line there. You can't see that. It's not clear. But yeah, I burnt my hand real bad the last time we did one of these streams, and it took 2 weeks to heal. It didn't hurt that bad, at least. So I haven't really had a close look at this, and there's not a lot of instructions for this kit. So I don't know where to start. Guess we'll start with resistors. Is that how you normally start? R1 and R2 are 75 ohm, which is this. The maker has labeled the resistors, at least. That helps. This on? That's on. And I didn't get my clippers, so I'll be right back. All right, so we're gonna start off with R1 and 2. Try to make it so you guys can see this and I can see this, but it's always a little tricky on these streams. Yeah, you really can't see that when it's that close. It's almost clear right there. Oh well. If you want, I'll move the other camera so you can see it clearly. But if you want to just hang out, listen to the lo-fi beats, that's cool too. Next, I'm doing R3 through R7 with 100K ohm resistors. I don't think I could get those glitches to happen if I wanted them to. But yeah, they're gonna happen until I've got an extra $800 to have a second camera. No, that's bothering me too much. I'll move the camera. Feel free to ask me anything about soldering or I don't know. Whatever's on your mind. What are you guys doing today? Oh yeah, exactly. The sound effects from like created with this thing, along with the visuals from the webcam, they're perfect together. Yeah. Yeah, I think I've used them in videos a little bit. I think I made a video about glitch effects in Reaper. I'm risking burning my finger here. Resistors are just sticking out a little bit further than I wanted. Let's get another light. ATMs sound great when recorded with these devices. Yeah, I don't think I want to do that on camera. But I'm sure they make some cool sounds. Music video glitch vibes. Sure. The audio equivalent of that. Arya, were you here a few minutes ago? Maybe 10 minutes ago when I played an example? I'll show you this again. Oh, I'm not going to play an example, but this is my DIY one. Just an old bass pickup that I pulled out of a bass. Wired to a pickup, or wired to a jack. That into a DI box and a mic preamp. Can pick up sounds of computers and stuff when it's in close proximity. And then I've got this little thing, which is just a suction cup pickup, 1/8" mono. You can plug that into a Zoom H5 recorder and get tons of cool sounds. But again, it needs to be like right up close. I think this can pick it up just from the air, or, well, I don't know. We'll see. Also, I think it's stereo, but I don't know for sure. But there's only like 15 parts in this kit, so it won't be long before I get to try it out. Okay, so I'm going to do the capacitors next. So, oh, there's one more resistor. How is this royalty-free music for you guys? I'm not really enjoying it, to be honest. I think I gotta change it. This will need to have a piece of plexi cut for a case to make it more polished and prevent touching the electronics, similar to how LOM adds structure to their PCBs for the Electroslush MiniCity. I agree. This is very similar to the Electroslush, or however you say it. I always say it wrong. But those are just perpetually out of stock. So when I saw that this was on Etsy for not much, a third of the LOM's cost, I jumped on it. But adding a case, that's going to be another challenge, and I don't really know how I'm going to do it. What's the end result of the project? I'll show you. It looks like this. Honestly, it looks like a taser, now that I think of it. But this is the kit. It's from a company called Spat Electronics, made in Sicily. You know, the instruction booklet is just this handwritten note, well, typed note that he sent me. So kind of on my own here, but yeah, it's they're currently all sold out, but if you go to Etsy.com, find Spat Electronics and follow that account and grab another one when it's in stock again. Yeah. Am I using lead-free solder? I don't think so. I'm using Kester brand solder that I've had forever. I don't even know what, there's no year on it or anything, but I would have had this in 2006 probably. So lead-free solder is probably not what I have. Where was I? All right, so let's do diode next. Seems like there's only one diode. Yeah, man. Lead-free, what fun would that be? I'll die doing what I love, huffing lead fumes. I think last time I had a fan on the desk to blow the fumes away. I'm not going to bother today. Yep, it's fine. This is number 44 rosin solder. I don't know. It really doesn't have much information on it, but it was like the thinnest I could get at a Radio Shack. Leaded solder is banned in the EU. If I ever, when I run out of this, I'll buy some good stuff. But this is done fine for me for a really long time. Okay, so number C1 is a 10 on the resistor, or the capacitor. That's a 100. That's a 100. That's a 100. That's a 100. Where's the... Are there more? Oh, that's these. That's a 104. This is a 10. And that's a 104. And that's a 10. Okay. Hey Jason, how's it going? Did you... Anyone that's in here, I'm interested to know what made you come in here today. Was it you saw it in your subscriptions, got a notification, saw it on Facebook or Twitter or Discord? I'm not really sure what's the most effective way to get people in here, besides having an interesting topic. But that's not going to happen. Build time? Probably within the hour. I'm going pretty slow. Just want to be careful about it because there's no instructions. I'm just going by the graphics on the board, which are actually very good. So like you can tell that the circles are the electrolytic, no, that electrolytic capacitors. And you know that the rectangles, which are already filled, are diodes and resistors. That's easy. And yeah, stereo jack, on, off, audio taper, pot. Pretty simple. Figuring out a case will be the hardest part for this. Cool, so you saw it on Discord. Seems like that's effective. Arya, you guys, you and my brain is dead. You guys are streaming like all the time, and often I feel like I shouldn't stream because you guys are streaming. I don't want to take viewers away from you. You know what I mean? But, you know, I'm not going to build a set schedule and stick to it. That's crazy. I would never do that. All right, so the next is more, what are these capacitors called? I'm blanking on a lot of words right now. We've got these capacitors, and we've got these capacitors. One of these is electrolytic capacitor, and banjo. Just words are not in my brain today. Having a hard time. I'm so embarrassed to have forgotten his name just now. Yeah, you guys are streaming almost every day. Monday, Wednesday. And you guys are doing like solo streams and streams together, and I don't want to take viewers away from you. When I see you're streaming and I'm thinking of streaming, half the time I just watch you guys instead. And the days that I put out a video, I honestly spend my day just constantly looking for questions and comments and people talking about the content. And it's, which doesn't always happen. Sometimes it just kind of gets out there and no one really talks about it. Which is fine, but it kind of wrecks my day looking for approval or whatever it is. I very rarely get anything done the same day that I publish something, unless I've got some sort of deadline. You know. Does it seem like there are places on the board where you can drill holes to add some standoffs so that thin sheet of plexi can be used as a case. Yeah, I think there's quite a bit of space between the traces. So here, here, and here, maybe just 3 holes. Or I could get some like clips that go on the outside of it, maybe. I don't know. I guess having the 9-volt battery with it also kind of complicates things. I'll have to think about where that goes. Might end up in a rectangular box. All right, so that's all of the... Did anyone answer what the difference between the capacitors are? The word is still not in my brain. There's electrolytic capacitors, and there's the other kind. You can tell that I don't do this every day. I've never designed a circuit. I've built some like little adapters and stuff on my own, but that's usually pretty simple. So I guess the rest are all 100 microfarad. So that's simple. And he's marked the orientation of these, which is helpful. Well, there's the kind that pop and there's the kind that burn. Ceramic. Yeah, probably ceramic. That's probably what you would call it. Polarized. The last kit had a whole like book on how to build it with pictures everywhere. It was definitely a more difficult build. And then troubleshooting. I regret having that split up into 3 videos for that. I should have stuck with the troubleshooting a little bit longer. But I need to eat, so didn't want to make people wait. I wouldn't have figured it out if I hadn't stopped for a break. I plugged it into a distortion pedal and realized that it was passing a sound. It was just kind of faint. And then, yeah, I was able to find the spot where there was just a long leg of a resistor touching another one. And that fixed it. Got the sound to 100%. Here's a question for you guys. Did you check out the last episode of the Mastering Show podcast? We had Dan Worrell on. It was a lot of fun. And really the best part was being able to talk to him for like an hour after, just about YouTube, making videos, comment sections, all that stuff. It's pretty good. It was great, the podcast. Good. Yeah, and I thought it was a good episode. I felt good about it. I wonder if I'm the only one that's ever edited Dan's voice besides himself. Yeah, themasteringshow.com. VidWorks, speaking of DIY, I'm building a binaural head from scratch, but not the type with the foam head you see often, very much higher quality build using XLR and Primo capsules. That is very interesting to me. I've been researching binaural head stuff recently. That's the wrong button. So a week ago, I think I started just collecting links and products, anything related to it. Is the inside of the Neumann one. There's some other DIY ones like this one. I can't remember the company name for this one. I always wonder, like, why do they all have noses? So many of them have noses. This one is just so creepy. This one's pretty cool. This is from Head Acoustics. This is a DIY, not DIY. Like somebody makes them to sell them, but I don't think they come with the mics. This is Beck's from his binaural tour, which is 4 binaural mics, I think. Maybe it's 3. There's a little one in a box. If I make one, it's probably going to be like that. And this is like some plywood. Realistic looking ears. Kind of gross. So this one, it looks like it has like KM84s inside. Something like that. The nose and head shape do affect the sound. I don't believe the nose does anything. And you can use any omnidirectional mics, right? I just got a pair of lavaliers. So I might try that out. I think they're omni. I actually saw like a vintage one on eBay or something. I think it was one of these, but it was like orange velvet or something like that on the outside. I was tempted to get it even though it was like $350 US, but you know, talking to that thing would just probably drive me even more insane. Yeah, I think it's probably just to say it's the front. Yeah, VidWorks, if you want to contact me, my contact form on the website is probably the best way, rather than DMs or anything. Anyway, back to the build. Right, so where was I? Just down to the switches and little things now. So here's how it's looking. Capacitors are in there. Resistors, one diode. And then I guess we'll do these parts next. I think they're on the same side as the components. Yeah. And they've bent them at an angle. These are inductors, right? Is Primo a brand? Yeah, a watermelon binaural mic. That's what we need. I have there's a funny thing that I cannot say on stream about binaural that I would just love to talk to someone in audio about it. But yeah, it would have to be off the record, but I have a funny idea. Basically just replacing the ears with some other body part. Not porn. Porn adjacent. Now, not a use of it. Just replacing the ears with another body part. That's all. Where's that guy that was complaining about shielding and stuff on the last build? Like, the whole purpose of this one is to pick up interference. Okay, so 4 parts left. There's a diode, a LED. There it is. Almost didn't see it. Diodes, flat side is the flat side in the short leg. That's negative, right? Is that right? Is there a case? No, I don't have one. LED direction. I got it. In general, it's no big deal if you get that backwards. It just won't. It won't pass the flow, and the light won't come on. Having it in the wrong place would probably just break the LED. I've broken a few LEDs trying to figure out what direction they're supposed to go in. I connected to a 9-volt and it just burns out immediately. All right, so I'll do the pot. That's pretty straightforward, just drops in. I'll just bend this part down. Yeah, I'll have to make some sort of case. It's not part of the build. So the inductors have to stick out, and there's also a 9-volt battery involved that has to go somewhere and not touch any of the traces on the bottom. But yeah, I don't know. Probably have to get some plexiglass and figure something out. Cover the whole bottom with hot glue. I don't know. I'm not going to be using it every day or anything. And if the point of it's just to pick up interference, then like it doesn't really need that much electrical shielding. Only thing that can break is the wire to the battery. So I'm soldering the on-off switch right now. First thing I did was clamp down the switch to the board, and then soldered in one of the side pieces that the anchors of it, and then I'm doing the 3 contacts in the center. Okay, I'm doing the stereo jack now. All right, so one more piece. That's the wires for the battery compartment. I just want to see if they've probably done through the bottom and then up. Do a knot on it as well. Should have tied that after. Oh well. I'll probably use a zip tie on that, actually. Okay, we're like a minute away from being able to hear this. Exciting. I think I'm going to want to put some hot glue on that spot, but I'll do that after. Actually, it needs to warm up, so I'll plug that in now. Okay, yeah, battery. We got light. And sound. I wonder, can I plug directly into this? All right, so it's stereo. I should connect it in stereo. But where the hell did I put those cables? I'll be right back. I gotta put the camera back where it's supposed to be as well. But so far the build is a success. I'm gonna put on the BRB screen. So I've got it on the what do you call it? The phono mode for this, but it just seems like interference, not like it's picking up anything properly, because it's just always loud. Like that's ground loop. Oh, that's not coming through the stream, is it? What do I do? There's some interference. But what I need to do is loop back. And is that coming through? I don't think that's coming through. It sounds cool. But why isn't that coming through? No. No? I don't know, guys. I've almost got this working. Almost. I got a signal to the audio fuse. It's just not routing back. You can hear it. It's probably through the speakers, though. Unless just OBS is not showing me. So like, if I play the music, I can see it on the meters. Yeah. So that's coming through. But if I go... That's not going to that interface for some reason. And it's very buzzy. So I've got a couple of RCA to 1/4 inch mono adapters somewhere, but I can never find them when I need them. I'm gonna look one more place. My mic is not. My mic is not. All right, I think I got it figured out. Eighth inch to the thing. Dual RCA to turnaround adapters to 1/4-inch adapters and then into TRS, and then I'll plug in into the front panel mic preamps. Let's try line level first, but might still have the problem of just not sending out. Okay, they're not muted. Gotta pan them. Is that coming through? It's not actually routing out. Why? I don't know. I'm doing everything right here. Audio fuse goes to... All right, well, I'll just get Reaper going then. Reaper will pass the signal through, I think. Heard something? All right, let's set this up with channels 1 and 2. Monitor enable them. Seems like one channel is louder. Could be these multiple adapters. There's like a constant 60 hertz hum though, that I don't want. Yeah, it's not coming out balanced for some reason. It's one channel is much louder than the other. That's a little more balanced. So I can get some hum. It's a different kind of sound than the other one. Unless I just completely messed up the build. It's not that many parts, but it's seems like The seems like it doesn't pick up as nicely as the other ones. So let me switch to one of the other ones. Like the bass pickup. I don't know which channel that is. Oops. Well, that might not work with a TRS cable. Well, that's super quiet too. I don't know what's going on today. As usual, everything breaks when I need it. Yeah, my interface just doesn't seem to want to pass these signals today. Well, that's annoying. What else can I do? Any suggestions, guys? May have just been hearing it through the mic. It's true. I can do... I can go into the Zoom with this cable. And then still have the issue of coming out of there into something useful. So I want to hear it in stereo. I want you guys to be able to hear it in stereo. I'll try line in 3 and 4 again. Actually, I got to get this hot glue gun off my table as soon as possible, because it's been leaking here for the past 10 minutes. Okay. Okay, so on the meters on the Zoom, the signal seems pretty balanced. Like it's not super one-sided like the other way. Going into the interface was, so that's better. But then how do we hear it? Back to Reaper, let's do in 3 and 4. Monitor input. I'm not hearing anything. There we go. That webcam's dead again. Okay, well, I figured it out. There's some great sounds in there, but it's a little hard to record. So, is the beeping in the phone the high-pitched squealing? That's my audio interface. Which seems to be related to the number of LEDs that are displaying. Oh, there's LEDs on my keyboard. Stream Deck. The phone makes a lot of noise. When you had it up to the phone, there was periodic beepage? Yeah. Yeah, there's tons of sounds. Right, so let's see what airplane mode changes. Yeah, there is like a timer effect. It's weird. With the screen off. What else? Let's go to I hate when my Stream Deck doesn't want to switch. Okay. This camera, it makes some sounds, not a lot. This is an LED light. You can't see, but so go to this camera. Audio interface. So, very cool stuff. Let me fix this camera. And yeah, and we'll wrap this up. All right, so yeah, there's some tons of fun stuff in there. It was a bit of a pain to get it connected, but I think it's worth it. Yeah, so many cool sounds from the phone. And with I expect lots of interesting things from iPad as well. There's more surface area to explore. And yeah, so really happy I bought this. And what's next for this? I think maybe I'll replace the stereo jack with an actual cable. And then I could go 1/4 inch. And that would make things much simpler. And then figuring out some sort of case for it. It'll be a pretty big challenge, I think. All right. Well, that's it for this one. I think we're done for the day. I got to go eat. Hope you guys have been enjoying this. Had a good day. And where's that button? Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Yeah, follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Huge thanks to my patrons and YouTube members. They really help keep this thing running as well as it can. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.